Hey guys, Aaron Ellis here, coming at you from Tokyo. It is my honor to introduce the special guest for the second episode of the Enrico Martini Show. Former Berlin Thunder running back, former teammate of mine for the Bucharest Rebels, and current ELF free agent, and hopefully that will not last for long. One of the best guys I know, one of the most talented guys to ever play in Europe, the Crawford.
Go! Welcome to the Enrico Martini Show. I really proudly present our star guest today. We have like one of the most famous players of the European League of Football and many other different leagues he played already for. It's Mr. Crawford. Hello.
Hello. Guten Tag, guten Nacht.
Oh,
I'm trying to learn a little German.
Really well.
No, man.
Did you visit like German classes in Berlin?
No, not at all. I should have. That's something that I want to do in the future for sure.
But it's not that easy to learn the language since everybody's talking English to you, right?
Yeah, of course. Because I'm a lot of people don't know, but I'm fluent in Portuguese.
Portuguese? I'm not able to talk this. It's my bad. I'm really sorry. But It's really nice to have you. I will try my best to speak English. Hopefully you can understand me. Since I was playing a couple of years, I was always in the football environment. I was speaking English. So hopefully we get all the questions and the audience likes it. So welcome to everybody. We have like a really special guest today. He's a free agent at the moment. Everybody tried to reach out to him, getting some informations. We will also ask a couple of questions. Feel free, Mr. Crawford, to answer whatever you like. If you want to bring up a topic, we can also bring it up. You were reaching out to your community to bring in some questions. Maybe we can hand it in. It's like about 30 minutes. We want to do it a half an hour.
Okay.
Nice and quick. And getting to know you a little bit. And I've prepared some questions, but hey, if somebody knows me, we can throw it out the window. That's no problem for me. Okay?
Okay.
And we want to have it like a little chat. And I was texting you yesterday. It's basically like we don't know each other, but it should be like a talk among friends. It's like, even though we don't know each other, we are like have a common passion. It's American football. Exactly. And I was playing so many years. You even grew up with it. It's probably even bigger in your life. And that's why you probably also don't want to quit it, obviously. How long do we gonna see you? How long are you gonna continue playing?
Honestly, for the way that my body feels, and I get this question a lot, I honestly feel like I can play and compete in the ELF for at least another 4 years. Yeah, at least.
I guess so too. I'm totally convinced by that. I really like watching you playing. You have a really great running style. I want to come to it later. Okay. I want to scroll in like really softly in the beginning. When I was reading through your resume, watching the old tape, I kind of found out some extraordinary thing you made last year. Normally, you switch like basically every year team. But last year, you came back to Berlin, even though you were playing in 2021 already for Berlin. So my question is, like, what did the franchise Berlin Thunder do? What did the city Berlin do to made you to come back? How did that develop?
For one thing, like for my career, like you said, I've bounced around from team to team, and it wasn't by choice or by force. It was kind of by like, just things just going with the flow. Teams wanting to do what they wanted to do, or it could possibly be just not coming to an agreement for a contract or something like that. So I kind of have bounced around. I'm also a venturous person, so I'm never against going to another team and another city or another culture. So I've never been against it. For me, it adds more value to what I feel like, what I call life and experiences. So for me, I've never been against it. But once I got to Berlin and I understood the vision for the league, I knew that when you're trying to build a great football team, you kind of need those core pieces. And you kind of need that foundation that's solid to continue to grow and build. And then you continue to add on pieces that you feel that you need, because football is a very strategic sport. So you have to, and the import rule here is very different than what I'm accustomed to and what other American imports are accustomed to. So you have to take that into consideration. And when I came to Berlin, man, I was already comfortable because I knew a few people. We had some Brazilians on the team. I played with the offensive coordinator, Coach Herf. He was my teammate at University of Kansas, which is how I eventually landed with the Thunder. And I built great relationships. I made a lot of teammates that became brothers, you know. And the city for me is a very big city. I come from Memphis, which is a city, and I enjoyed the city feel. And so
I totally get it. Berlin, yeah. I was born next to Berlin, so I know the environment. That's maybe you didn't know that I'm originally German.
No.
And that's why I know the area and I totally can feel it. And I really love like listening to you. Have you ever had some reading sessions or something? Your voice is like really adorable. I don't know if the audience feels this as well, but I can lean back and listen to you. It's really nice. Even though you answer all the questions I'm having. Okay.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. No, I used to be insecure about my voice, man. And because it's so deep and it used to get me in trouble in school. But a lot of people would tell me like, man, your voice is deep and it's kind of cool. Like, you know, my girlfriend tells me all the time, I love your voice. Like, I'm like, but I think I sound fat, you know, and so sometimes I trip about it. But I mean, I like talking about stuff that interests me. So, you know, if I'm ever in a conversation, I'll talk. You know, if I'm asked questions, I'll talk. People tend to think that I'm just this shut off person, but I like to communicate. I like to get to know people. So
that's cool. And that's why you came to our show, even though we reached out to you just a couple of days ago. And we're really happy to have you. There's one topic that is like really up to date.
Right.
Your free agency, you talked about it a little bit. Today, it's the 18th of October.
Right.
And no announcement yet where Mr. Crawford is playing next year. We don't want to do that right now. Even maybe you want to do it in the end of the show. I have no idea. Just want to let you know, are you stapling the offers at home, or didn't you have so many negotiations already? Maybe you want to tell us a little bit.
I mean, to be honest, I didn't know how to look at free agency. Like this, for me, you look at my career and me bouncing from team to team. But as I stated in other podcasts and other media platforms, that for me, the ELF is my NFL, right?
Yeah.
So
we totally can feel that. For us, it is the same for the whole football community. It feels like it.
Right.
I'm really sad that I don't play anymore, because I used to be, for European standards, a good player, and I was never having that stage. I always loved to be on that stage.
No, I mean, and I love it. I love the competitiveness of it, and so that's what inspired me to continue to pursue a career in the ELF, because you got the best of the best, and so. For me, experiencing this, I think that is one of a kind, because me as like one of the only like players, really, you have a few around the league, but you have like myself who stayed with the team, like Jake Sullivan. I'm sure they probably gonna bring him back, you know. And so after that second year with Berlin, I was for sure like, this is where I want to retire. This is where I want to win a championship. I started with them. We went 3-7 the first year. We turned that around, had a winning season. So for me, it was like, yeah, no brainer. I know I want to come back next year. I know everybody in the organization, my teammates, coaches, everyone know that I'm still capable of playing. But once this, like, the decision came down, like, Jock, we're going this way. This is what we're going to do. And I was like, holy shit.
But that's what it is right now. Maybe some great things come up. We know these situations from the game, from the
Exactly.
play.
Exactly.
And then you do the kickoff return touchdown, and then everybody is like, we're back in the game. Okay?
No, so it messed me up. Like, it broke my heart. I'm being vulnerable about that. It broke my heart because I did want to continue to build with the Thunder. But then I began to look at the positive side of it. It's an opportunity to go somewhere else, compete for the championship. That's the only reason I play. I continue to play, and that's to contribute towards winning a championship. And so I'm not here for any personal accolades or I want to be the leading rusher of the year. I mean, if that comes with what I produce, then yeah. But the free agent thing is kind of tough right now because the way the league is structured with the import rule, you can only have 2 Americans. So a lot of teams have had success with having an American quarterback and American wide receiver. So it limits me and limits teams, like which teams or which offensive coordinator are still willing to use a running back. Which team still has a good receiving core and just need a run, a run game. So it's been hard. Like a few teams have, like, I've spoken to a few teams, but I haven't gotten anything as far as like a contract proposal because a lot of teams are kind of focused on getting their homegrown rosters full and then, seeing what their needs are going to be, which I totally understand and I totally respect. But in my mind, I thought I would have been signed already. Like
that's how it is already. The way it is right now.
Right.
Again, you were talking and talking. I guess we can have it for 1 hour easily. Us two.
I'm free, man. I'm at the gym. Like, this is what my life consists of right now. Is just focusing on the 2023 season and being prepared for whatever team presents me with the opportunity. So,
hey, what workout did you do today? What kind of workout?
I'm cardio legs, man. Legs right now. I gain weight pretty fast and pretty easy. And so right now I do more cardio than I do weightlifting, man, because my playing weight is normally like 220, so like around 100 kilos.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to drop down to 95 kilos because a lot of people don't know I played safety before I came to the ELF.
I saw that.
And so everyone in Europe knows me as a running back.
Yeah, I know. I can imagine that you're a great defensive back as well.
I love defense. I love defense. I love defense.
Hey, that would be awesome to see you in a different position as well. Maybe you come to a team, they need some help on both sides of the ball. That would be awesome. I was also, when I started playing at the Dresden Monarchs, I was, they developed me as a receiver. Later, I went to the defensive side. I became a defensive back, and I was always little look into the running back position, but it never really was a need. That's what you talked about. What is the need of the team, of the franchise? And you maybe know Innsbruck and the Sandro Platzgummers and the Andreas Hofbauers and everybody and Tobias Bonatti at the moment. They were always in great shape. And the Florian Greins, don't forget this guy. They were always in great shape with the running backs. So there was no need. Can you give us a little more behind the scenes insight? Do you see some room for improvement the way the organizations do? Since everything is new, they're also pretty new with the professional negotiations with the players. Have you felt like, oh, they just forgot about me?
Let me tell
us a little bit. No details about the contracts, but in general, how did you feel like treated?
Yeah, I mean, from my side, I mean, the only thing that bothers me, and it's not anyone's fault, it's just how it is right now until football develops more in Europe. It's just that like and it takes us back to the opening conversation about me moving from team to team.
Mm-hmm.
This is why universities and high schools and NFL teams, until you get to the NFL, are good or not good. It's because they keep guys around long enough to build a structure. And so, you know, with everything changing in Berlin and us having a successful season, it's hard to say. I couldn't plead my case to actually be like, oh, I want to play another 4 years. You got to think like teams may be like, yeah, Jock's older. Can he really, like, are we really going to build with him? So I understand the question, but it's like I need to sit down with coaches and GMs and convince them and show them that, like, I don't want to say like I'm a Tom Brady because I haven't won 7 championships, but I'm one of the older guys that can hang around, you know.
You can say so. You can say that. That's absolutely
right.
I
don't want to brag, and it's just like I proved, like I feel like I proved myself. I wasn't satisfied with what I produced last year, nor the first year. But it's like, you know, it motivated me. This situation motivated me much more because it's like, damn, the team that I wanted to stay with is like, yeah, we're moving on from you, buddy. But it's like,
but that's what it is right now. Maybe you lay on the beach next year in Barcelona, or I don't know. Okay, there are a couple of. That's so many possibilities.
It would be nice. It would be nice, but like, for example, like I spoke with the general manager of Barcelona briefly, very briefly, just to show, like, you know, my interest, and, you know, not to tell much of the conversation, but basically he was like, man, I know who you are. I know you're a great athlete. Heard a lot of good things about you, but unfortunately, we not going the running back route.
Yeah, I got you. They have a good one. But I guess you would be. But I'm guessing you're going to be an improvement to every upgrade to every team. And there are a couple of more destinations that coming up next year. The European League of Football is growing and growing. It's going to be another more countries like Italy, Switzerland, Hungary, France. Is it crazy? Which don't talk about the old destinations, like we talked already about the Spanish beach team. Or have you ever thought about my roots? I call it my roots, even though I'm from Germany. But I was playing in the capital of the Alps, Innsbruck, one of the more known franchises. And there's also another city that may be interesting to you. Maybe you don't know that Vienna is like was awarded like 8 years in a row the most livable city in the world. I'm living in Vienna for 2 years now, and I can totally say that's exactly the way. They have the Vegan brothers. They're really well equipped on the running back position, but just so many different countries. What have you not seen? What is like maybe interesting to you?
Right. So now that I've built like this resume of bouncing around and being and playing in different cities and things, if I could choose, like, say, for example, if every team in the ELF were like, damn it, Jock is hot, we want him. And I would be interested in seeing to, like, what's up with Vienna, Innsbruck. When we played Innsbruck, I wandered around the town a little bit, and I love nature. So when I was there in Innsbruck, I was like, damn, I didn't imagine it to be that damn hot. It was excruciating. Like, it was super freaking hot. The game, I don't know, I almost vomited maybe several times during that game just from drinking too much water. But like the view of the mountains, the river, the town, like it was nice. I stayed
there for 11 years. I moved from Germany to Innsbruck, and it was one of the best European organizations, like maybe Vienna, maybe Braunschweig, but that's it. There was nothing comparable to this. That's why I was so happy. I stayed there for 11 years. I played there for the Raiders 11 years. And then we did win every championship in Austria and Europe. And then I said, like, what's it worth for to go for another 10 concussions? Maybe I call it a day. And then the European League of Football comes up. And now I'm doing all these funny podcasting and stuff like that. So I want to be still part of the sports. And you say yes if when I was asking you not even a week ago. So I'm really blessed that you're here. I want to say something about your running style, because we are talking about your resume and jumping from team to team. Obviously I was watching you last season playing, and then I watched the old tape, and I'm a big fan. Okay, even though what I saw last season and the older, because your running style is like really, let's sum it down. I noted it, like great vision. That's something that is really standing for you, I guess.
Appreciate
change of direction and jump cuts. These two are outstanding. I haven't seen this many times in the games I was playing on the highest level in Europe. And you're also really hard to get down. Even though you're just on one hand or one leg, you keep running. And that's why I can feel that we can see that you want to bring the team to a victory.
Yeah.
That's seeable.
I'm super competitive, man. And it annoys like my closest friends. It kind of annoys them because everything is a competition. Like everything. If we're going
I have the same problem with my family and my friends. Everything is competition. It's even though right now it's an interview, I have to compete with you to talk a little bit. I get a red hat, not because I'm sick. I'm just having a hard time to jump in and bring some.
Cut me off and talk, man. Free will. I'm just, I like to. I don't know. I get this thing about answering questions in details. And, I kind of like to express and elaborate about things. And so it's like, I may not answer the question completely. I may give you something, though.
We get like really good feedback on the Twitch, and everybody's watching right now. They, for example, like your voice a lot. That's what they said first. And they also like the chat we're having right now. And they want that I let you talk more. It's funny to me, but that's what they're saying. Let's go back to the running style.
Okay.
This could be like really interesting to the audience. Other players, European talents are maybe watching, looking up to you. Other Americans, whoever is watching this. What do you do to open your hips? When I was playing a defensive back, I know that's really important to open up your hips and to get your hips right. Since you are jumping around like crazy, you must have done something right. What are you doing in your workout pregame routine with your hips, lateral movements? How do you do that?
Man, for me, it has always been a lot of powerlifting. A lot of powerlifting. I'm not the normal go in the gym and it's arm day, it's leg day, it's chest day. I really enjoy CrossFit. I really enjoy CrossFit, and a lot of lifts are centered around power lifts, and you need that hip mobility and the hip extension because that's what football is played in this position. So working on that and doing hip flexor work. Not during the season, off season for sure, man. And I do a lot of track and field work. Like I ran track in Brazil, I ran track in high school and things. So I always make sure that I'm doing things of that nature and stretching a lot. Like I'm very flexible, very, very flexible. So
I have a great story about flexibility. When Talib Weiss first came to Germany, he was playing in Dresden, and I was like a little 17 years old guy who was allowed to practice with the men's team. And then Talib Weiss was there, first practice, and he just lay on his back and put his leg next to his head. And I was like, I've never seen a football player doing a stretching like this.
I've never seen nobody do that, a guy do that either, but yeah.
That was crazy. And he had like legs like a horse. It's like really powerful, also really hard to get down. But that's a different story. I should invite Talib for this talk. But when I was watching your Finland tape, to have a little contrast, yeah,
I
had to turn it off because I couldn't watch it anymore, because this was unfair. You were like a cheat in these games. Seriously, I was also playing against Helsinki Roosters, Copenhagen Towers, and stuff like that. They were good competitors, so don't take me wrong. But watching your highlight tape 6 years ago, the Finland thing, that's like you're playing in the kindergarten. You're playing some flag football. I have no idea. Nobody was able to take you. That was funny.
No, I mean, it was my first experience in football, like European football, and I had set out 2 years. I was actually overweight. I was maybe like 103, 104 kilos. But, man, I was just in a system where the coach was allowing me to be me. He was allowing me to be a playmaker and using me as a running back, using me as a receiver in tight games, using me as a safety. You know, I love coaches like that understand like, oh, yeah, we have this type of guy. Why not use him? And I've played for a few coaches like that. And when I've played for coaches like that is when I really had the most success. For example, in junior college, becoming the number one rushing leader in college and getting the offensive player of the year is because my coach, the head coach, would get on the offensive coordinator's ass and be like, give his ass the ball. I don't care if we run the ball 40 times a game, he can do it. And that's just the type of mentality that I have, is a win first and do anything for my team. And I just don't never want to be off the field. So I conditioned myself the same way. And so I was really hungry in Finland. I was trying to get a shot in the NFL. So
how did you come to Finland? That was one of my questions. Like, we have like a really prominent example who also started in the Finnish league. It's Sean Shelton, MVP from last season. Sean Shelton.
I played against him in the championship, man.
Seriously? And he also started.
We played against each other. I've been knowing. Sean's seen me play safety before. Like, I knocked his helmet off. You gotta see that photo.
I got you.
I banged his ass. That's my guy, though.
But explain that to me. Like, you're sitting in America, dreaming of the NFL, had to sit out 2 years. How do you come to Finland? Because there were 2 premium products in Europe. It's the German Football League and was the Austrian Football League that was competing really well. How did you go to Finland?
Yeah, so after the NFL lockout and I was sitting out 2 years, I just like, man, fuck, I want to play again. Excuse my language. I was like, damn, man. I had a friend who was playing in Finland. He had played for Porvoo Butchers. And he had left there, then he went to Kiel. And so while he was going to Kiel, I was telling him, I was like, man, I want to play. And he hooked me up with a Euro Players account. We put some of my film from junior college and Kansas on there. And Sanioki Crocodiles reached out to me. And they reached out to me because they liked the film, and then they recognized my last name because my dad had played in Finland some years ago. And it was freaking crazy. Like, I didn't know. I knew that my dad played in Europe, but I never knew where because my dad didn't raise me. But it was just a football generational thing, right? So he played over there, and the GM and the owners was like, yeah, if you're related to him, we know your dad, we played against him, or some of us played with him, then we know you have to be good. So they offered me a contract, and that's how I started, man.
Was your father also playing like running back, or what did he play?
Yeah.
15 running backs?
Yeah, he played running back too. Yeah.
Couldn't throw the ball. It's not in your family.
He was running back, just running back. He was just a running back. We played for 2 teams, the same 2 teams. No, we played for 1 team for sure. I don't know if he played for Sanioki. He played for Turku, my second team. And I seen photos of him playing and photos of him around the city, and it was just crazy.
that's a really heartwarming story. Like, since you were not being raised by him, but
exactly
went into his footsteps in regards of football. That's some really nice story. Thank you for sharing this with us, with the audience.
Appreciate that.
Football.
Appreciate it.
In the end, I want to do a little word rap, but that's not what we are doing right now, because
No, I'm cool.
I want to talk a little about what else have you seen, like in Europe, for example, European talents coming up now through the European League of Football, more media attention. You finally see how good European players are, and you have some really prominent example in your team. It's Robert Bicek.
Yeah.
And I was seeing him this year the first time, and I was really impressed. The little, how to call him, like the little Deebo Samuel of the European League of Football. I always have like a comparison.
You can't get no. I got mad respect for Robin. That's my guy's my little bro.
Yeah.
He's a big talent. I can't let you call him Deebo Samuel.
I got you.
That's who I want to be. I want to be used like Deebo Samuel. If I was to get in another system, I would want to be used like Deebo Samuels.
And maybe you have to approach like as Deebo Samuel to the other.
Because he plays running back too. I've never seen Robin run. Like, he run a reverse, but Robin's never been that running back. Deebo Samuels can play receiver and running back.
He's my fantasy team. I totally agree with you. He has like more versatility than Robin has so far. But there are some other talents.
Robin's
like
crazy, man.
Have you seen the little Austrian guy like Marco Schneider?
Which number 4?
Number 4, the little, and I compare him to Wes Welker and Edelman. That's
nice
the kind of stuff.
He's nice too. He was getting out. I saw him playing too. Like, I'm one person, man. Like, I don't watch football outside of football really, but if you catch my eye on the field, like, I give guys their respect for sure. He's one of those guys.
Rookie of the year, offensive rookie of the year, and he really deserves it. And I got to know him in Innsbruck when I came there when I was 20. He was, I guess, 9 years old. He was in school, like a little athletic guy from soccer, I don't know. And I was teaching flag football. That's where I saw this kid first time. And then he went to the Raiders and kept working on him. And what is like your tip to all the European talents, how to continue dreaming of the European League of Football, of the National Football League? What should they focus on the most to be successful?
Staying hungry year-round, staying motivated. I think like the big conflict in a lot of athletes, like European athletes' mentality is that they don't really get paid a lot like a pro athlete. And neither do the American imports. We're doing this because we love this. And I respect and understand that everybody has school, sports, work, whatever the case may be, but there's no excuse. There's no excuse.
It's more likely a question of the circumstances, since it's not that professional. You cannot really focus 100%.
If you got a goal and you want to make yourself known in this league, you want to accomplish something, if you have the mindset like I have, like this is my NFL, I want to set records at the end of the day, win championships, and leave a legacy, then you got to go each and every day with that mindset and not give a damn that you get paid a few €100 or €1,000. Doesn't matter. At the end of the day, if you want this game to evolve and to one day look back and see your kids or your grandkids getting paid thousands of euros to play, you gotta not make excuses for that. You gotta go at this every day, year round, have a real off season. During the season, go hard, compete for a starting position. It's everything. You got to hold yourself accountable if you really want to make an impact in this league. That would be my advice to all athletes, not just the European.
I can see that already, that you're also like a really good veteran and teacher and coach. I'm really excited how long you're going to still play and win more championships, how you're going to continue if you want to stay in Europe, want to join one of the coaching staffs, but that we can have another interview back.
Yeah, I'm totally down. Totally
but now
down, man.
we're looking for a team. So everybody, this mindset of this guy is absolutely impressive. I got to know a lot of Americans playing for one team, come in, have a little fun, and then checking out the city, and then doing only the minimum of practice and everything. But Mr. Crawford, I can tell you this, since I have a little overview, you're really into it. You want to make your team stronger and help them to win everything. And you put in everything. That's really impressive. And that's probably something the Romanian guys also got to know from you, because many people are asking in the chat, what about Mr. Crawford going back to Romania? What do you think about that?
No, I won't be returning to Romania to play. That was my first time. Not my first time. I've done it in Brazil, but Brazil's league is a little different than Romania in regards to. I mean, it was different because I rolled off the ELF season and straight into Romania, and I had to play game after game after game after game. So I didn't really have a break. I didn't really have an off season, and so for me going into the future with another team and wanting to stay in the ELF, I just couldn't put my body through that again. Because to be honest, like even after what I just gave you guys, as far as like my tips, right? I gotta take my own advice. I had to sit my ass down I couldn't get in shape until camp started, really, because my conversation with Bjorn was like, don't do nothing, rest your body, for the little time we have. So I was in camp getting into shape, and then I was having minor injuries and things, so I couldn't go to the gym consistently.
It will come up, right? If you don't do the whole regeneration and everything, if you don't do it the right way, it will bite you in the ass, yeah? Okay, let's I'm having such a blast talking to you. Seriously, you're a really nice guest. Last week, we had like a kicker as a debut, Enrico Martini Show, Daniel Schumacher. He was a great guy. You are talking so much. I love it, but I want to come to the great final, okay? The word rap. The word rap, I don't need to explain that so much, but I'm asking one word with a short question, and you bring up your first guess, a quick response to it, okay? I have 11 questions, and I will read it out really fast. No, relax. And we will start softly and slowly, and then I would love to listen to your first thought, if you can say so. Okay?
All right.
Are you ready to go?
Let's go.
Okay, Mr. Crawford. Correct pronunciation of your first name.
Jacquees.
Okay. Favorite fruit from childhood? First guess.
Hot wings.
Hot wings. Okay. What is your favorite pet? Are you more the cat or dog guy?
Dog for sure.
Dog. He's a dog. Okay. Vacation mode. What do you prefer, like beach or pool?
Beach.
Okay. There was a little intro for questions, like really easy. Let's switch a little bit into football, okay?
All right.
I'm also more the beach guy, even though you cannot see it. I'm so white, but I'm turning red really fast. Relax. I'm the beach guy. Okay, let's go to question 5. We start with football now, okay?
All right.
Who's the better quarterback, Mahomes or Josh Allen?
Mahomes.
I got you. Question 6. Who's your favorite workout buddy? Your headphones or a teammate?
Who's my favorite what?
Your workout buddy. Your headphones or a teammate?
Shit. Oh, that's difficult. My teammate has to be pushing me, but I'm going to go headphones because the music, I'm an energy guy.
I got you. Okay. What made you faster? Crazy McCaffrey, like ladder drills, or squats? What made you faster? When you think back, squats. I was assuming so because you said it earlier. Your really Olympic lifts are really important. Okay, let's go to question 8. Imagine you're the offensive coordinator, Crawford. What's your play calling? Run or pass heavy? Let's go.
Run.
I
run
thought so. Okay. Question number 9. We had earlier a little bit, like how many years you will continue playing?
I'm setting a goal for 4.
I got you. Okay. Most beautiful city of Europe?
Damn. Most beautiful city. Whoa.
Let's go. You love Innsbruck. You told me so.
Oh, I love Innsbruck, but I like Barcelona too.
Oh, you like Barcelona.
I did like Barcelona.
Last and final question, number 11. My number used to be 11, so I cut it short at 11. What team are you playing next year? What team are you playing for?
I don't know. We're going to have to wait on that one.
I got you.
We're going to have to wait to see. But when I find out, we can come back on here and make an announcement.
That's I take this. That is really great. I was having a really great time. Do you want to bring up some more topics you maybe thought about, your fans were asking you? You want to use the platform to talk about something?
I guess like a majority of people, I don't know, maybe, I mean, if you still have people on Twitch, you can probably ask them which team would they think I would be a good fit in, or
hey, that's good thing.
You know, something like that. So I mean, I like to hear what the fans would say.
I'm 100% sure that you are a great addition to every team. Not only like watching your tape, how you play. Since I got to know you a little personal now, you're a great guy to have in the locker room. We in the NFL, they're always talking about the guys, locker room cancer and stuff like that. I guess you could be like a really good teammate. I'm really sad that I didn't have the pleasure to play with you, against you, to knock your helmet off. But you're a great guy. And I
appreciate that, man.
I really thank you for your time. And I'm so excited what it's going to be next year. And we stay up to date. And to everybody who was watching Enrico Martini Show, maybe next time, if you vote for it, to do it in German again because you couldn't stand my English language, I'm open for that. But I really appreciate it. It was nice. I'm totally hyped. That was so cool. I'm saying goodbye to everybody. And thank you, Jack Crawford.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that, Enrico.